everyone. Welcome to the 30-day photo challenge April 2021 edition. My name is Elsie Kibue. I'm a Kenyan photographer based here in the UK. So for the whole month of April, I'll be sharing with you photo stories from BIPOC Women Photographers. And we have one with us today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Aster Reem David. I'm a visual artist based in UK, in Surrey. I use photography and moving image to explore the themes of ecology, geology, and my relationship to the natural environments. But the project that I'll be sharing today, it's quite different to what I usually do. So that'll be interesting to see.
I can't wait to see what you're going to share with us today.
The project that I'm sharing today, it's a work in progress series. It's been in the making for a long time, a long time, since 2016. But I say 2016 because there is a little bit of a story behind it, which I will share. So the project is called Liquid Memories, and it is an investigative work in progress body of work, deconstructed, weathered family photographs that I retrieved from my home in Pakistan. So I sort of started, I started this project in 2016. It basically started from the time when my family and I visited home for the first time. Back home in Pakistan for the first time since we've immigrated here, and it was obviously quite a trip for us. You know, it had been sort of like 11 years, since we've been back. So these images you see here, this is me sort of doing a conservation process on these images. I call it conservation process. So what the story behind it is, we visited our family home where we grew up, and there I found sort of like a plastic bag full of photographs, these photographs that you see in this image. And they were just, they had been basically left out in the, exposed to the weather, to rain, to all sorts of different climate, climates in Pakistan, and they can be quite extreme at times. So they had been basically left for God knows how long, it seems like for years. And I just sort of stumbled upon them. They were just like left, on the side, and I sort of emptied the bag just to see what was inside it, and realized it was all our family photographs, like photographs that we've sort of grown up, seeing, and they were part of our childhood, really. And it just sort of really made me sad to see that they had basically no value. And the home that we visited, my family home, my uncle and his family was still living there at the time, so even he didn't really sort of care about it, and it just really broke my heart. So my sister and I sort of like emptied the bag and started separating it just to see if we could salvage any of the photographs. But it turned out we couldn't. There's probably more than 100 photographs here, if not more. And not a single image is like, not destroyed, if that makes sense. Like every single image in some way is destroyed or completely, like you cannot even see anything. It's just like this really beautiful abstract sort of pattern on it now. So, at that time I was not thinking about project or anything. I was just really sad, and I just thought, okay, let's just separate them and see if we can salvage any photographs. And we did. It was such a laborious task, and it was meant to be just a passing visit to my uncle's house or our family home, and it turned into sort of like a all-day event, really. So as you can see, I took this picture, just to sort of document what I was doing. So we separated every single image and just let it sit under the sun, just giving a sun treatment, basically drying them up. And they had basically, got all sorts of worms and mites, and they were just really badly destroyed, and they still are. So after we did that, as to our best abilities, dried them up, what we did, my sister and I, we sort of packed them all together again, wrapped them in like an, sort of sealed packaging, because obviously we wanted to bring them back with us to see if we could do something with it, maybe scan them and maybe crop the images that are still, sort of discernible. Yeah. So we wrapped them up, the best way we could, and brought them back. And again, at that time, I was not really thinking that, oh, this could be a potential project. But after I brought them back to England, I realized I actually needed to, basically dry them up again, because they were still wet. They still needed a lot of, sort of conservation treatment. So believe it or not, since 2016, since this is the image from 2016, since then I've done this sun treatment, if you will, 3 times now, and this is the second or third time I did it. The second time I did it, I did not document, but this is an image I took. I was sort of like hung them on my clothes drying wire outside on my patio, just drying them up. And this basically turned into like a 2-day event, because the weather was really good. I just basically sort of took advantage of good weather. It was quite sunny, quite hot, so I thought it would be good to just leave them out for a couple of days, which I did. And this is one of the image. I wish I could show you all of them. Part of this talk. Some of them are just really quite just fascinating the way they look. But I chose this because this is my. I think I'm pretty sure this person in the middle is my mum, but I can't sort of make out the rest of the people. I don't know whether it's her sort of like a wedding photographs, like a Polaroid wedding photograph, or not sure what sort of, which is quite interesting about this project. So I think after this second time, I sort of gave it the sun treatment, I call it. I realized I could actually do something with this. It deserves to be salvaged, and sort of like as an homage to my family photographs I've kind of lost, really. So then for a long time, I was just sort of scanning the images and just sort of playing around with them, just juxtapositions of the images, and to sort of doing research to see what else I can do, what is the best way to honor these images. And then I was just playing around with the titles, and then just suddenly this title came to me, Liquid Memories, and for a while I thought it will just be a working title. I was just sort of working with it tentatively, but in the end, the more I looked at the images and sort of the concept that I was thinking behind it and the images, I realized the title sort of sticks, or works really well. So I haven't really, since I've, retrieved these photographs, I haven't really been able to do much with it, because I feel like, as I said, I'm waiting for that moment where I feel like, okay, now is the right time to do this project. I know any time is good time, but I just feel quite, I guess, attached to these photographs or this project. I just feel like the time needs to be right, or a moment needs to come to me or spark something that will sort of kickstart this project. And believe it or not, so it's been a while since I've looked at these images. They all sort of wrapped up and left in my sort of archive box. They probably deserve another treatment, so I'm waiting for summer. So I'm going to take them out and put them out again. Oh, and they smell horrible, by the way. They have absolute terrible stench.
Yeah.
So I thought I will use this 30-day challenge as a way to sort of, I don't know, kickstart this project, or sort of start brainstorming some ideas. And a couple of days ago, when I was looking at these images and I decided I wanted to show this project, I started getting some ideas already. So I'm actually quite excited. I'm not sure if I will have time to work on it this year or even next, but you know, it doesn't hurt to, you know, write down ideas and yeah, sort of work on it in the background, you know. And I'm not in a rush to finish it or do anything with it. This is completely personal to me, completely personal project, as you can probably tell already. And it's also quite different to what I'm used to creating, so it'll be quite interesting. I'm actually thinking about finding a way to sort of like combine this project with what I create, you know, like the themes that I sort of explore in my current practice, you know, in terms of landscape and ecology and climate change. I think it will be quite interesting to find a connection. So I'm pretty sure there is a connection there, since these images, these photographs were left out in, you know, extreme weather conditions for many years, and this is the result. I wish I could show you more, but I think you can kind of guess from this image. Yeah. So
I was gonna say, like, there is a connection. You already made the connection, even with your titling, like conservation.
Yeah, exactly.
Environment.
Yeah.
It ties in with environment, and also the whole environmental theme is throughout the photographs anyway. Like you said, they were left out in the elements, like rain,
Yes,
the
exactly.
sun, dust, all that, all of that. And for you, it's like it's almost like a full circle type of project, because you're trying to conserve these images, you're trying to preserve memories of your family and of yourself as well.
Actually, that's pretty spot on, Elsie. I'm making notes. It's amazing. Yeah. Well, I quite like the idea of coming full circle with these, with the project, with these photographs. Yeah.
And you never know, even sorry to sound a bit morbid, but if you never know, even if you're long gone, this will still stay, as if they've survived those elements.
Yeah, exactly.
You.
Yeah. I would be long gone, but these images, could still
will
be around.
Be there. So
Absolutely.
You preserving them and saving them and trying to document them, and as well as telling your story about them. That's a way of preservation, I suppose. Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's all part of the documentation. I guess it sort of, as you said, I've already found the connection. So in my current work, you know, I use my platform as I use my practice as a platform to sort of raise awareness and advocate for climate change, climate crisis even. And, you know, the idea of preserving or conserving our landscapes, our natural environments, our ecosystem, basically. And I feel like when people say ecosystem, they always think about the natural living organisms, but I feel like ecosystem is such a broad term. It includes everything that exists in this world. You know, we're all connected. These images are basically our stories, my family stories, my stories, we are connected. And the fact that they have been destroyed by the elements, there is I think there's amazing connection there. So this is why I was saying that I don't know if I feel precious about it. I don't want to feel like I'm sort of not doing anything with it because I feel precious, but I just want to, I'm looking for that spark or a mental space or a right time to sort of reflect on this work and have the time to make the work. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to, sort of do half-baked job. So this is the project that I wanted to share. I wish I could share more images with you, but
I'm sure you'll be posting them up on your website when the time comes, when you're ready.
Yeah, when I finally start working on it, I will share more work. But just for the listeners and viewers, some of the images I have shared on my Instagram. So if anyone was interested, they could look at more images through my Instagram.
Oh wow, that is super amazing. Thank you for sharing your work with us, Aster. I really enjoyed looking at this project. I've seen it before, and I was wondering what happened to Liquid Memories. That's the title of the project, right? Yeah. As in, and now that you've brought it back, I'm glad to see it. Like, it's not been put permanently on the side. It's coming back.
Actually, it's probably not entirely true that I said I have not been looking at this work, because where I've stored them, I look at them every day, like the physical images. So they are stored in this see-through box that sits in my wardrobe. And I open my wardrobe every day and I'm confronted with this box and I'm just like, I know you're there. I know I need to do something with you. I haven't forgotten about you. So yeah.
So this next section is the quick fire round. I thought it would be a fun way to ask photography related questions. So just pick one. It's not hard. So just pick one.
Okay, go on.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. It's fun. And it's a bit silly, but it's good fun.
Okay, go on.
Fixed lens or telephoto?
Fixed.
Lightroom or Photoshop?
Photoshop.
Color or black and white?
Both, if that is an option. However, black and white, because that's quite there's a lot of black and white work, but I prefer both, depending on what the project asks for. Yeah.
All right, that works as well.
Yeah.
DSLR or mirrorless?
I honestly don't know the difference. I see all these discussions on Twitter and it just goes over my head. I will just take pictures with my phone and I'll be happy.
Okay.
So
I don't
DSLR,
know.
because I don't, because I have experience with DSLR. I don't have experience with mirrorless cameras. So maybe that's why I don't know the difference.
Okay.
So.
All right. Then. Film or digital? I think I know this.
Both. I use both.
Actually, I'm quite shocked by that.
Yeah, I use both. As I said, phone. I actually use images that I've taken on my phone in my work. So really, I don't, it's not about the tool. Tech. It's about the image. Yeah.
Good answer. See, I knew it would be fun because
I didn't realize it was going to be this. This is fun. I like it.
Anyway, thank you so much, Aster, for sharing with us your amazing work. Please be sure to follow Aster. I'll leave all her details in the description bar below. And until next time, see you later. Bye.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.